We're here with Bean of Games from Bean of Games. What'd you do today, man?
I took first place at the OTS championship.
Oh, man, what'd you play?
Oh, I played Fiendsmith Yubel.
Oh, you like that deck?
I love this deck. I haven't loved the deck since Pearly.
Dude, what was your toughest matchup all day?
Toughest matchup was the finals. I played against a really good Snake Eyes player. I think he day 2'd Nats this year, so that was definitely my toughest matchup. Definitely an honorable mention to Paul. Love you, Paul. He's a good player. Played him multiple times in Swiss, and that's like a Sasuke Naruto match right there.
Trap cards, dude. Trap cards.
Big trap card guy.
Dude, all right, let's see this list, dude.
All right, we're gonna start off with 3 French crossouts.
Oh, important that they're French, dude.
It has to be. I got a lot of crossout targets in here, so I just want to start off with 3 crossouts. We're gonna go with the 3 Imperm next. This is like the best hand trap. Doesn't play into talents. Just very versatile. Just can out a lot of cards. Really great one-on-one effect negation. We're gonna play the 3 Ash Blossoms. Pretty standard there. You just want to like load up on some hand traps in this deck. 3 Nib. I think this card is kind of like a staple. You know, people are like, oh, Nib's bad, but every time you look at like a topping list, it either has like 2 or 3 of this every single time. So, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
High impact, dude.
High impact. We're playing the Bestials. At first, when Info first started, I was like, I don't know about Bestials, but you definitely need this in your deck, especially going into the mirror.
How do you like Baldric, dude?
Baldric, it was just another name.
Another name, never tributed.
Actually, went against me because it got Talanced and he had a Necro Whip on his board.
Oh, man. That happens, dude.
Or, no, he Flame Burged and he had a Necro Whip, and I was like, wow. I just got used against me, but definitely another name to like put them on it, and it does have good synergy with this deck, so I really did enjoy that. I wouldn't change this at all. This was perfect. I'm playing the 1 Droll because getting Drolled while you're playing this deck, it really sucks. So if you're able to cross out it, you know, it's really good. Or if you're able to first turn Phantom it, it's also really good. But you kind of want to save your Phantom for the Nib in case they pair it. I played the 1 Availer. Just because
gotta have it in there.
You gotta have it in there. A lot of people are playing against Snake Eyes, trying to hit the Ash and just trying to turn skip them there. And that's it for the hand traps. I chose not to run Ogre because I was already at 44 cards, and I just did not want to go to 45. It's like I don't even want to be at 44 right now, to be honest. Next engine, we have the 1 of Lurie.
Oh man.
And,
what a unique deck strategy, dude.
And the 3 Engraver. Always go. You never want to draw this dude. He sucks.
That's you gotta treat him right, dude.
Yeah, treat him right.
You gotta treat him right.
I'm not buying the DT.
You gotta buy the DT.
Then we have 3 Samsara Lotus. This is probably one of your better normal summons in the deck. The number 1 card you gotta play around is Ash. So I always try and bait out the Ash and make this my last possible play possible. That makes sense because when they Ash this card, it really does suck. Then I have 2 Spirit of Yubel. That's pretty standard for any deck. Any more I feel like is just too much. And yeah, that's about it. Playing the 1 of regular Yubel and the 1 of Terra Incarnate.
Oh man, he's balling out here, guys.
I had to. You know, I picked these up at Nats. I was happy that I was picking these up. Like I said, I really do enjoy this deck. So I like that the deck can fix its hands now with Phantom. So that's good. 1 of Shavara.
That's my dog.
That's the dog, man. He's the goodest boy, man. 1 of Grave Squirmer. A lot of builds are playing either 2 or 3. I like the 1 of. I mean, yes, 2 or 3 can play through like maybe like an Imperm or Veiler, but I just I feel like if the deck's not broke, don't fix it. So I just personally like this ratio. And then I played the 1 of Brick Summoning Beast and the 1 of Dark Beckoning Beast.
Nice, nice.
I didn't want to max out on this card. This is probably, in my opinion, your second best normal summon. The plays through with this card are insane. It kind of plays into Nib a little bit. But it's just, it can't add itself. That's why you have to play this Brick. And, you know, I just want the Yubel stuff to do Yubel stuff. And instead of pivoting into other lines. And that's it for the monster count. Now onto the spells. Triple Nightmare.
That card's pretty good.
This card's insane. It's almost as toxic as the Snake Eyes. field spell, but it's still doing its thing, man. Double talents.
Ooh.
Only playing 2 talents. I feel like 3 is pretty bricky, along with the crossouts. So it's like, if this deck goes first, it locks out a lot of decks. You know, even Snake Eyes is like, it's really tough for them to play through a Yubel board. So I just want to maximize my abilities to setting up my board, and so I'm playing 3 crossouts with this. And most of the time, if I resolve either this or a cross out, like, I'm just winning the game at that point. And then they can take game 2, and I'll do the same thing game 3 if I win the die roll. 3 Spirit Gates. Pretty standard there. You do want to max out on this because this plays around Imperm, because I'm playing El Mirage. It adds a monster. And the third effect that everyone forgets about, if they get rid of your Nightmare Pain and you have level 10, you can just add it right back from your graveyard. So, like, this card is just insane. I have the 1 of Tract, the 1 of Nightmare Pain, and the 1 of Terraforming. Withdrawal starting to phase out a little bit. This is fine. I like the 1 of Nightmare Pain. I don't think you need anything more. By the time you're going to the second one, you burn through a lot of resources, or you're in a really bad position where you have to try and grind, and you might as well just scoop up your cards and pack it up there. And then we have the 1 of Chamber. I like this a lot. Thank God I did not draw this card like at all today.
Oh, couldn't be me.
Dude, this card, when you draw this card, you feel bad. You feel like you just, I don't know, man. You feel like a fat kid without an ice cream cone, and it just doesn't happen. But that's it for the main deck. It's 44.
Okay.
We'll move on to the extra deck next.
No, dude, let's see.
Here we go. 1 of Aerial Eater. This card is insane in this deck. You know, you're always sending your Samsara, Lotus, and you're always getting it out with through like Yama and Rage. So this card's definitely powerhouse. I think Beatrice is going to get banned because of this, but we'll see what Konami does on this upcoming ban list. The 1 Necro Whip. This card's insane. I had no idea about the other effect. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't think anyone would pull it off on me. In my final match, game 2, the dude was able to draw a card off of this, and I was like, whoa. Like, yeah, we can go game 3, man. Then we play the Lacrimosa. This card's insane in time. I think this card is just, I don't know why they printed that card, and I don't know why 1,200, but it's a lot of damage.
It is, dude. Too much.
Too much. The 1 of Desiree. This card's insane. This with the Chamber plays around like a Droplets or a Dark Ruler. So it's always good to have that security, especially if you went uninterrupted, because they sided in Board Breakers. We play the Sequentia, the Moon, and the Requiem. Pretty standard for the Fiendsmith combo line. And that's it that way. Then we play 2 Phantom. Some builds are playing 3 of this. I think if by the time you need the 3rd one, I think you burn through a lot of resources at that point, and it's just a grind match, and I feel like this deck can really grind. So this is just player preference here. If I had room for the 3rd, I'd probably play the 3rd, but I'm really liking my ratios right now. For other links, we have the Apo.
That card's good, dude.
This card wins games. This card might be on the ban list. We'll see. SP Little Knight, Rage, Yama, Al Mirage. A lot of builds aren't playing Al Mirage, but I feel like this could be a Caesar. I might want to try that out in the future, but I got impermed on my Beckoning Beast and had a Spirit Gate in hand, so I was just able to still combo through with when that got impermed. So that was really nice to have there. And then the final card is the wonderful Omni Negate.
Oh, what a card, dude!
This card,
Bringer of End Times.
Yeah, dude, this card puts pressure. My top 8 match I played against Paul, he was on lab, and I was like, I didn't have much removal, so I just had to pump out my Omni Negates as much as possible, and this card puts pressure. I was able to Shavara it and pop a card. So this card's really good. I think it's kind of like a new Baron in a sense, but would never change this card in my extra deck. And that's it for the extra. We'll move on to the wonderful side here. This card, I never drew it, but this was MVP. I knew like I had so much security. I was going against a Volcanic FTK guy today in top 4, and I was like, if I draw this, he can't FTK me, and I'm gonna end on a bajillion life points, and I'll just keep passing. So this card is definitely an MVP. I think it needs to be in the side right now, especially with all the Lacrimosa burning. Like, it'll make them think twice going into all that. 3 Mulch Army. I remember before this card was even released, I was hyping it up, and everyone's like, oh, we don't know. I think this card's insane, especially in the side. I think if you're on Tempai, you should definitely be maining this card, but just dropping this card puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. Even if you don't draw, I mean, you've mentally messed with them. They're like, oh god, like, do I have to normal summon, or do I see the line? And that's what will differentiate a good player from a bad player. But that's a different player, a different video. 3 Droplet. This card was pretty mid today. It was good to negate some stuff, but wasn't completely there for me in a sense. 2 Evenly. 2 Triple Tactics Thrust. 1 Different Dimension Ground. And then 1 Dimensional Barrier.
Cool. Cool.
So the idea with this, I usually try and go with like 5 going first cards, but I wanted to try and crack a board in case I had to go second game 3. So I just kind of like stay back. And like I said, if Yubel does its thing not fully with the crossouts and talents, like them cracking your board is like very impossible. They have to see like 2 or 3 board breakers or 3 hand traps exactly. But
all right, man. Looks pretty solid. Any changes you'd make?
Maybe the Mirage, maybe for a Caesar.
Okay. Cut down on the card count, maybe.
Definitely cut down on the card count.
Any shout outs, dude?
Shout out the team. Shout out, Todd, Darcy, Noah, everybody. Shout out my roommate, Shane. Shout out Jude, and then that last shout out our sponsor, Battlegrounds Board Games.
Yeah, new sponsor.
New sponsors, amazing jersey. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate being on here.
All right, man. Bye.
Thank you.